Love, 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 57. Love, love, 57. Love, 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 57. This is Solex, and you can find me. Select on me, yeah! Select on me, yeah! And when you watch these videos, would you please, I'm asking nicely, please, share these videos. Share and like them. Share and like them. Yeah. This stuff needs to get out there. I mean, Facebook obviously is a good example of the majority of a lot of things that are being spread out there. They've kind of reeled things back a little bit, but a lot of the things that go on out there, and I just don't want to see. I don't want to see out there. There's too much content about spreading love and wisdom. Well, love and wisdom. So every. I think just about every person out there needs to hear some of what's being said, and then some. But where we've coming from, it was the last video. We're on Love 57. On that last one. I've been giving a couple examples of doing things to love with yourself. And and I talked about on the last video, taking a walk. Not on the wild side, outside. Not on the wild side. Take a walk outside. Go outside. Go outside. Go outside. And like I mentioned about in these other videos about we're real good about being negative and down on ourselves, right? We're really good at that, yeah. And so, if you're trying to change that direction in your life, like I have, I'm telling you, I used to beat the out of myself by being down on myself, and it never did me any good. Just made things worse, and made life more of a struggle, because when you're down on yourself and you have negativity down on yourself, it's going to have an impact on you. It will trust me, as a person thinketh, so are they, right? Okay. So, I talked about going, that is one of the uplifting, nurturing things that, and it seems, I know, it seems really simple. It seems really simple, to go outside and take a walk. Okay, really? I found it very nurturing, just kind of experimenting over, really probably after, a couple years at least. You're not really paying attention, but then starting to pay attention to how I felt and the impact that it had, not just the exercise of it, but how it kind of nurtured me a little bit, and so I would suggest, go take a walk by yourself and make that the time to love yourself. Make that time to maybe think about loving yourself and being kind to yourself and nurturing yourself and loving yourself. That walk might be the perfect time for you to do that. And of course, your mind's always going to be full about stuff. There's been times where things have been wild, and then I go outside and all of the chaos and disorder and everything like that, and you go on these walks, and of course we're all pretty much talk to ourselves about stuff, so it's kind of like we're working through our own stuff by talking to ourselves. Who else you going to talk with if you want to work through something, talking by yourself, talking about the emotions, whatever it is that, you're going through as far as those types of things are concerned. And, and just coming back from those walks and it nurturing. And the most important thing, you see, point that I'm trying to tell about the walk is if you're changing direction in your life, or trying to love and appreciate yourself a little bit more, going on that walk, going by yourself, and taking that time to start to think about how you can love yourself and appreciate yourself. Because if you're constantly asking those questions, how can I love myself more? How can I appreciate myself more? And just let that be a fleeting question, and then come back to it again another time. How can I love myself? How can I appreciate myself? And just let that be a fleeting question. And you just keep letting that be a fleeting question. And I'm going to tell you the dynamics to which we operate as human beings and how our brains operate is that somewhere along the line, the little light, the bulb, or however, ding, is going to show you. Is going to show you. Like I'll just put it from time to time. I have issues in my life. I've had issues in my life where I was just asking the question. I kept asking the question, how can I appreciate and love myself? Similar, but something else. How can I appreciate and love myself? And you're constantly asking that question, not like a wrecker, but, maybe asking yourself that one, periodically, couple times during the day, and how can I appreciate and love myself? And I'm telling you, it will come to you. Because the dynamics of a human being and the way that we operate and the way that our brains function, and if truth be told, the most important and the power is within our spirits. So you want to know more about that, then you want to go watch the Church on Sundays videos and watch those. Watch those in succession for sure. But just taking that walk is a good time to nurture, just spend some time nurturing for yourself, all right? So, here's another thing that I did that I had to get over one time is going out. How about you go out and you spend some time with yourself and treat yourself to a nice meal that you appreciate? I did this long ago. I got, because you think about going out. Oh, I'm going to go out to eat by myself. That's just silly. Why should you go out to eat by yourself? Because sometimes you need to, go spend some time with yourself. You see, I understand. Even if you're a person who is alone a lot, you're going out to spend special time with yourself. And going out to a nice meal that you enjoy. Not just some burger and fry, unless that's what you really like. But, there's been times where I went out and I had a nice steak and a nice meal and just ate it slow and enjoyed it. And from that little experience, because as I was saying, one of the things we are sensitive people. We're sensitive human beings, and the little things that we do for ourselves have an impact on ourselves psychologically. And whether you realize it or not, going out and treating yourself to a nice meal every once in a while, going out and taking a walk, buying yourself a bottle of lotion that's nice, buying yourself a good bar of soap. Some of the things that I've talked about in these other videos, you're supposed to kind of sort of be listening to these videos in succession too. So those are just some of the examples that I used thus far. Doing those little things, because it's right, what is it? Little things that mean the most. It's the little things that mean the most. You might think, well, that's just kind of silly. It's kind of silly. It's the little thing that makes them. It's the little things that mean the most. It's the little things that we do for others that always mean the most too. So why wouldn't it be the little things that mean the most to have an effect for you? Why wouldn't the little things have an effect for you? They do. They do, I swear to you. They do. Taking the time to do those little things for yourself, and it may sound, some of them may sound a little ridiculous, but a practice at this. It's important. It really is important because if truth be told, I knew that I wasn't effectively loving people in my life like I could because I wasn't loving myself like I should, I'm about to put myself through this kind of, I'm doing this stuff too. Because let's face it, the truth. We never, ever, not a single one of us, ever arrive at perfection. Every single one of us is a What in progress? I couldn't. Every single one of us is a work in progress. There it goes. Every single one of us is a work in progress. Every single one of us is a work in progress. So take the time to do those little things, because the little things for yourself, do those things for yourself. I'll tell you, long time straight down the road, you'll see I mean the most. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah.